Axis Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXISRADIO, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Good evening. How is everybody out there in TV and radio and internet land? Happy to be here. Happy to be communicating with you guys. This is, of course, Lola Shae, and this is the Lola Shae Show right here on IAXISRADIO.com. I don't know. It has been a very eventful week for me, and so I got so much to talk about today. So first, a little later, we have a very special guest in tonight. Shout out to Hot Beat Boy over on IG. Appreciate you for checking in. Hey, Vonnie Jones. Hello to you as well. Evie Justice. Appreciate you checking in. Love to see my regulars in the chat. We got a great show this week. We have a wonderful guest. A legend, actually. I can honestly say that about this person. They've done enough work. They've been around long enough, and they've had enough of an impact on hip hop as a whole. Basically, from if you think about all of the things that they were actually involved in, I definitely feel very comfortable. I don't call people that. Legends are aids to help you read maps and stuff. But occasionally you come across a living, walking, breathing, and I'm fortunate enough to have him in here tonight. No, not going to tell you who it is. So give it a little while. Let the suspense build just a little bit. But I'm sure everybody tuning in will recognize them. So yeah, that part. Anyways, so this week, today I was at City Hall, and I got to observe the inner workings of our city government, and I have to say I was happy. I was happy. I'm skeptical 9 times out of 10 about most things. So I went in skeptical, and I came out like, okay, I can see where that works. I can see where that's a good idea and all that. I see how the wheels turn and things get done. So basically, we had the city council was sitting and hearing testimony from people who were basically they're working out what they're gonna do with next year's budget. So today they were discussing health and hygiene, the health department, they had people speaking from Planned Parenthood. You had people speaking from the in association with the Diabetes Association. yeah, a lot of people came out. It was very, very informative for me. I never really was too interested in politics, but I like to see the accessibility and I like the idea that, the people were up there able to bring their, it reminds me of watching Game of Thrones. So you watch Game of Thrones, the king sits there and he hears all of the grievances from his fiefdom, from his peoplesdom, and he decides who gets what, who's eligible for what, who gets kicked out, who gets let in, who gets the money, who goes to jail, who gets, decides, between grievances between neighbors and things like that. And mainly decides how the city is going to be run. So today they were discussing how much money would be going where. I'm not going to go into how much money these people were asking for, but my eyebrows was like, okay, I think the city has a lot more money than I thought it did. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. We'll talk a little bit more about the diabetes aspect and the health and wellness aspect, because that's what my guest was there to discuss. So we'll talk about that a little later on in the show. Let's see, what do we have here today? So in the news, they've been discussing segregation of all things. And I find it very interesting that the different takes that I'm getting, the different comments and different ideas and opinions. So basically, Black people don't care. Like, I haven't found any so far that are concerned, and I'm not concerned. Be honest with you, I've grown up most of my entire life not being around any white people. And not intentionally avoiding them, just not honestly having them as a part of my life on a day-to-day basis. I have to go where they are to find them. They definitely don't come, they've started to come, gentrification and all. They've started to come where I am, but I don't go where they are. I try not to anyway. Anyway, but my point is that I don't feel that segregation in the original sense, the way it was originally intended, is going to affect Black people as much as it would affect white people. And then you actually have a whole backlash of white people who are freaking out online. They're like, please, let's not do that. They don't want to miss out on all of the stuff that Black people got going on. They like being in proximity to Blackness and being able to partake in the particular energy that we have. They like Black food. They like the color that we bring to their lives. So they're not really particularly thrilled about the idea of being separated, intentionally separated. Even though, I'm sure that there are some people who are ecstatic about it, but that's usually the same people who don't think things all the way through. I was having a conversation with an associate of mine over the weekend, and about the segregation, about the impact that it may or may not have, and the consensus is pretty much universal in that we're gonna be all right. So regardless of what happens, you just get the generalized feeling that Black folks, for once, will be all right. I just think so. I think so. So they say cannabis is dying as an industry. I think it's mainly because they move too fast, too soon, too much. You got a oversaturation. It's everywhere. There's no quality control. And the prices didn't go down as they should have. It seems like they might have went up a little bit. I'm waiting until we get to the sweet spot where it's no longer taboo enough to warrant the extra price. And at the same time, I'm hoping for a little bit more regulation so that we're not getting, the fake weed and the fooled around with weed and the fentanyl in the weed and all of that other stuff. Interestingly enough, the more mainstream it becomes, the less I want to be bothered. I think my psychiatrist would have something to say about that. But yeah, it's something about the illegality of it made it cool to me. I don't know. Could be that. I don't know if that's what it was, but I'm sure that the thrill of, everybody's possibly getting caught, or just doing just being rebellious and being against whatever else people are saying that you should be doing. I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but I've been working it out because I'm noticing, in myself at least, a slight decrease in my zealousness when it comes to marijuana. I see Tammy Hayes in the chat. Good evening to you too. Appreciate y'all. And then we got Lady Sermons on IG. Appreciate you for tuning in. Got a lot of folks in here tonight. Hey Wiz, love you, Mr. 24/8. Got an extra day in there, but you work really hard. Talking to bananas. Okay, anyway. So, speaking of marijuana, in the same veins, everybody is familiar with, well, I'm assuming you're familiar with edible arrangements. They got famous for making these elaborate edible fruit carved arrangements. They look like flowers. So they'll carve the fruits in the flower shapes and send you like a bouquet of pineapple, strawberry goodness. I love them myself personally. And now I like them even more because they become one of the very first delivery services for edibles and other marijuana infused things. So they got the beverages, they got the candies, they got all the good stuff. And they'll be delivering to your house. Well, honestly, they haven't gotten to New York yet. I'm just over happy about it. We're moving forward. But yeah, it is coming. It is coming soon. And I'm again, looking very much forward to that. You can check it out on edibles.com. That's the new name that they're giving for it. So Trump's going ahead with his revocation of green cards, forced deportations. He's going real hard, honestly. He's opened up Guantanamo Bay to have some more space to put people. He's thinking about transferring them out of the country and having them be housed in some of the other countries, which I found out that the other countries have some of their criminals actually housed here, and I didn't even know that was a thing. That's downright weird if you think about it. But yeah, a lot of upheaval and confusion and fear, honestly, for people who are unsure of whether, there's somebody coming to get them at any time. Like they could be enjoying a Sunday dinner and ice runs in the house, and that level of anxiety can cause all manner of health conditions and stress and everything else, ulcers, just you name it. So my heart is really, when you think about these are still individuals and seemingly out of nowhere. I wouldn't say it was out of nowhere, but some people disagree with me. So seemingly out of nowhere, they now have their whole life upheavaled and they gotta get it together. I don't know. He's rejecting green cards. He's trying to change the ability. Now, I hope y'all understand with this birthright citizenship that it's not foreigners that you should be concerned about. The idea that he wants to remove the qualification of being born here as a prerequisite to being a citizen means that your children or grandchildren or whoever the hell isn't born yet, when they are born, they may or may not be citizens of the United States. So it makes it a little bit more, it's not as simple as first glanced at. Even though, yes, 14th Amendment protects blah, 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 but all they have to do if they wanted to work hard enough, they really wanted it bad enough, they just got to get a couple of them Democrats on their side so they can get that 2/3 majority, and they can have pretty much any changes that they want, which is why I find it more and more important to get involved with your local politicians, your city council, your assembly, your city hall. Get involved on a local, start out local, go international if you feel like it. I'll vote for you. But definitely get involved so you'll understand what's going on. You'll understand, what ways, if any, there are for us to see through to the other side of the insanity. And then more importantly, you'll be able to explain to us what the hell be going on. So yeah, I definitely say more people should get involved. Speaking of which, we have our new year has started at East New York Oasis. As you may or may not know, East New York Oasis is a 15,000 square foot community garden in the heart of East New York, Brooklyn, New York. And we do a great many things there. We do events. We grow vegetables and fruits and flowers. We have workshops. We're putting together our second annual Easter egg hunt this year. I am tentatively putting together a music festival or just a festival. I just want to get people in the garden. Come down, check us out. We're always looking for volunteers, and anybody with ideas. Donations are always appreciated. Shout out to you, crowd's favorite DJs on IG. Appreciate y'all checking in again. Yeah, definitely come down. We're located 2539 Pitkin Avenue between Atkins and Montauk Streets. It's like 2 blocks from the Shefford train station, so not a long walk at all if you're not in the area. Feel free to come on down. We're doing wonderful things. What else? Almost time to go into our first video break in another couple of minutes. Let me see if we got anything else before that. I'm like not holding my breath exactly, but I'm just looking forward to the second half of my show. So I'm like not trying to rush through the first half, but we almost there. We almost there. Okay, so far Section 8 and HUD are safe from the proverbial guillotine. Doge is running around cutting all of the funds and all of the monies and all of the everything. So a lot of people are wondering whether, housing, food, and other necessity programs will be cut, such like they're constantly threatening to cut Social Security. Even though Social Security is not a benefit, I need for people to understand that you pay into Social Security, and therefore you should get your Social Security back, okay? There shouldn't be nobody stealing your Social Security or dipping into your funds every time they need money for something and then turning around and telling you that they don't got money when you need your money. So that's what we have going on here. But it's not in the sense of a welfare or a giveaway or a benefit in that way. You don't get Social Security unless you pay into Social Security. It's not being given to people just because. It's not it's pay based. You have to put in to get out. So, and therefore it should be a certain amount of security that goes along with knowing that if you did pay in, that you will get out. The idea that they're pushing that they're running out of money, they're not gonna have enough by such and such a year. They gotta keep pushing back the retirement age to they don't have enough young people putting money into the system. They got more old people taking out the system than they have putting in. All of that factors, but you can't miss the fact that they kept removing money. Every time they had a deficit somewhere or they needed money for something, they would tap Social Security, which should have been illegal. It should not have been allowed. That should have been a protected source for the people who need it. But, again, another reason to get involved in politics. So you maybe can be the one to write the bills that right the wrongs. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, they're talking about stimmies again. I don't know if they're gonna actually cut the stimmy checks. They're just like dangling carrots in front of us. But they're talking stimmies. And last time we had Trump in the office, it was Corona, but we got a couple stimmies, so you never know. Maybe after all of this Doge, because that's where they're claiming that the finances is coming from, that they really recovered so much money that was being misused, misspent, or basically just stolen. They've recovered so much money that there is enough money to pay the people's them and still have money to put towards the deficit, which is what they're trying to pay down. Meanwhile, Burkina Faso is debt-free over there. So, yeah, we got many things going on in the world. Excuse me. Now, the question of affordable housing, because I've been seeing lotteries for these large monstrosity buildings they've been putting up everywhere. I've been noticing a lot of lotteries and a lot of talk of the availability of the units in these places. And they plenty of units, but the question and the argument comes in as when you start discussing what they consider to be low income versus what actually is low income. So it costs about $52,000 to $57,000 a year to live in New York City, right? That's housing, clothing, food. That's all of the things you need, and maybe a couple dollars for recreation, right? So they're saying that based on that model, which somebody's lying if that's the model, because if you make 50 grand, you're still not eligible for some of these apartments. You're still considered below what they consider to be low income. You're still some of these places want you to make $90K a year. Low income. Now, mind you, okay, we're not talking about the places with we're not talking about the places with the pools and the rec rooms and the gyms and the rooftop bars, and we're not talking about those places. We're just talking about regular housing, regular, no additives, no preservatives, no extras, just the apartment and the hallway and the stairs. All right? We're talking $90K they're expecting for you, just you, one bedroom, $90K they're expecting. And that is nowhere near, 45K isn't, 45K is 2 times what minimum wage is. You understand? Okay, so I'm trying to see where the affordable part comes in at. You understand? And then we got a lot of people who are consistently leaving the city for greener pastures elsewhere, right? Quality of life is better elsewhere, right? But for those people who are determined to stay here, they love the city. This is their home. They're not going anywhere. How about y'all try to act like actual people live here and everybody's not making $100 million a month, because nobody's honestly making that. Okay, so before other stuff starts happening, we're gonna take this time and go into our music videos, and then we'll be back with our special guests.
Just go, just go, just go. You cramp my style, you block my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
You cramp my style, you block my flow. But when you hang out with your girls, you don't let me know. They're trying to say your ass is fast, but you might be, yo. Telling me it's a hard task, but you ask for dough. Whoa, not happen. You love me, my stop capping. You want me to stop rapping, support me is what you lacking. You're hating, I'm not jacking. You playing, I'm all facts when I tell you to get your shit, my split, and get the packing, cuz.
You crack my style, you block my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
I don't understand why this girl be trying to play me. This love shit is kinda scary, cause it kinda drive me crazy. All I do is try to love you, but you mentally betray me. Raised a boy into a man and he wasn't even my baby. Shit, you want some sneak shit, you take my kindness for weakness. Because my pocket's the deepest, you was lying to me with sweetness. But your sour love got me smoking sour bud, and I want you out in the hour. Bitch, relationship is a dub.
You crack my style, you block my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
Weird, y'all. I text somebody to come out to my show and this is what the fuck they say to me.
Nah.
Why would
Nah,
you
myself.
even?
I don't
This
like
is
that.
yeah, like this is exactly why I hate giving my energy to the wrong people. Like we need somewhere to just make our energy go.
Nah, we're
So y'all ready to go?
yeah, we out.
Let's just go.
Really don't mean a thing. I can make the change. If it ain't part of my plan, then I'm shifting and move. No consequence. Really gonna press that pedal. If it ain't part of my plan, then I'm shifting and move. Oh, it's easy to cut through a path straight to a lane that feeds me. Oh, it's easy. So you better believe 'em when they say they ain't see me. It's all in the way that the public perceive me. Oh, yes, I got handles, but can they handle it? Shifting my direction. They do anything for a mention. Policy, but it for my protection. I got control, yeah. Whenever the good, no. Gon' see how the cookie crumble, cause you know it don't. Really don't mean a thing. I can make the change. If it ain't part of my plan, then I'm shifting and move. No consequence. Really gonna press that pedal. If it ain't part of my plan, then I'm shifting and move. Shifting, 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 shifting and move. Shifting, 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 shifting and move. Shifting.
Yeah, he was telling her to go. Whoa, whoa. Shout out to Worldorama.
There it is.
Yes, we like the good music in here. So, how you been, Dre? How you been?
I'm feeling pastrami.
Yeah, pastrami is good.
I'm feeling really good, pastrami. Big shout out to the people at Cat's Deli.
Yeah,
down on Houston in Manhattan.
It's not possible for me to finish that sandwich in one sitting.
It's called the Impossible Pastrami Sandwich, and I'm just doing that because we had a great day today. Thank you so much for accompanying me and hanging with me as we went to the City Hall's budget meetings where people got a chance to speak out and talk out, and big shout to the health people out there as we're trying to raise money and funds so that we can do the projects that we want to do for people with diabetes.
Exactly.
And amputations. Being that I am a black amputee, a blind amputee and a type 2 diabetic, I consider myself super bad because there's nothing that I cannot do or accomplish whether you have a disability or not.
I see what you did that. The blind amputee diabetic BAD.
That's right.
Super bad. I like that. I like that a lot.
Because I'm not old. I'm super bad. Watch me.
Yeah, they watching you. They watching you.
I got it.
So yeah, okay. So we went today because you've been doing a lot of work with the
healthy people.
With the healthy people.
Chris Norwood and Kendra and company.
Shout out to Chris Norwood and Kendra.
Kendra O'Hardy. She's on the element. Said, you said my name wrong, but no, I didn't. But they're great people. There's a great big explosion of diabetes and amputations in New York City, from Staten Island to Brooklyn to Manhattan, up, down, downtown, side town, east side, west side, to Queens, and also in the Bronx is huge.
Yeah, we out here in the Bronx now, and they've had a massive problem with amputees. Well, amputations
and diabetes.
Yeah, unchecked diabetes.
Let me. Can I jump in for a second? Real quick? Let me tell people about this diabetes thing. It exploded since the people came back from World War II. Because when that exploded, then all those huge fast food restaurants exploded. The bodegas went from delis to bodegas, and it's not that there's anything really wrong with the bodegas, but it's what you put in your mouth as a type 2 diabetic. And I consider myself a food addict because I like food and I'm addicted. It's very difficult to back down off of that. Some people try to say, oh, Ozempic.
No.
But I heard the side stuff with that. So I got a little fear with that, but I do understand.
Vonnie Jones says, love you, Dr. Trey.
Love you back, my dear. Just giving it to you straight, you know. We all have to deal with diabetes. 1 in 3 people that you know, friend, family, or foe, has diabetes.
Yeah, as my audience knows, my late husband passed away from diabetes a few years ago, complications from diabetes. And he went through the gauntlet of things that could go wrong. Pretty much everything that could go wrong went wrong with him. And in the course of like a year, he went from relatively healthy, right, to not being here anymore. And he was 43 years old. So it does not...
My deepest condolences.
Thank you. It does not have a... It doesn't care. It doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care.
Diabetes will walk up on your door like an Amazon delivery.
Exactly.
It'll be like...
Exactly.
Amazon,
exactly.
That diabetes is waiting out here too. What's coming?
And if you have, precursors, which is people in your family who've had it, or you just not eating properly, people don't understand how close a correlation between what they put in their mouth and what goes on with their body. You know, how much and how important it is to be aware. And that's what the programs that you guys are working with.
We deal with moderation, education, physical fitness, discipline, and the idea that it's not an end-all, be-all. It doesn't have to be. Because, and I hate using the term, you can reverse the curse. No, you can. But we have to also understand, like I said, we're all food addicts because we all eat what we like and what's comforting us. And because of what we deal with today, in today's world, in today's inauguration, and who knows what's going to happen with that man in the White House, don't let him make you feel worse or make you get ill. Nah. What you can do, what I like to do is as much as you might love that pastrami sandwich, tomorrow I'm gonna have a salad that's 2 times even bigger than that, along with this grand smoothie I'm gonna have that's gonna have all this extra protein in it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be as hard and strong, and I'm gonna go long and long and long. But the deal is, you have to find a way. No, I'm serious. You have to find a way to moderate what you do. And unfortunately, there's so many temptations that are right there in front of you. Believe me, I get that temptation. You go by the fast food restaurant and you smell French fries. And you go, well, I only have one French fry. And before you know it, you got a whole crate sitting in front of you.
You done ate 88,000 French fries.
And then the first thing you say is, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't work that way. So the goal here with what we're doing with the health people here is we want to educate them. They have a program that they have that you can sign up to. And I want to come back and give away a bunch of stuff to this. Because like I said, today was going to the city hall and dealing with budgets.
Yep, hand out. Can I get some more? Please, thank you. Thank you very much.
And we watched the people with Planned Parenthood, and they had about 60 people testifying.
Yeah, they had them in shifts. They had the Planned Parenthood coming in shifts.
They were doing they were twerking and tweaking and backstabbing and everything.
Child.
But everybody was asking for money for the budget from the city and from the state. So it's very important, city and state, and that panel that I was on. We need resources. Cream, dollar bill, y'all. Because it's very difficult to do this for free. Gas costs money.
No, for real, virtually impossible to do this for free.
Eggs are $75 an egg. And Easter's coming up.
We got Ebby who says she has much love and respect for Dr. Dre.
Thank you.
Yes, you're quite popular in the chat today.
Because I love y'all. The one thing about me is I got a love for everybody, and I have this love experience, this love expo, and this love for life.
Yeah, we should do a love expo.
That's
the word. That's the word right there.
It's called the love expo.
The love
I'm
expo.
Doing that because
I like it.
Recently, in the last since Valentine's Day, I've lost 8 people.
Ugh.
And I recently just lost my uncle. I lost a friend, my brother. I call him my brother, he was, to heart disease. And he was in the hospital on a Wednesday, and on a Friday, he and Jesus were talking about what's going on.
Huh.
It goes down like that.
Yeah.
So when we talk about diabetes, I joke a little bit about it because I want to personalize it to you. Because if they tell you, oh, I got pre-diabetes, oh, I got this, I got that, yeah, you do. So if you got it, you can also change it. So when you pick up that soda can, put down, switch up and grab a bottle of water. Or for every 1 16-ounce soda you drink 2 16-ounce bottles of water. Let that water work for you. Grab a piece of fruit. When I came up in the studio, we were laughing, and I said to Lola, I'm about to have my apple juice and an apple. And I ate my apple. Because you know why? That helps. I ate that pastrami sandwich too. Don't get me wrong.
You definitely did.
Because it was smelling great.
It was wonderful.
And I wanted to go back and kiss everybody at Cat's Deli.
No, I don't know about that part.
Well, you know.
There's a lot of people.
Remember what the guy said when we were there? You know you want to get a pastrami sandwich.
Yeah, he was really selling that pastrami.
He wasn't
really fond of the beef pad. I mean,
he said no corned beef.
The roast beef. The roast beef is cold. I said, I didn't know that. He's like, go ahead and get the pastrami. Go ahead on.
But see, if we could talk like this about stuff, we could start building on what to do to make things better. So when we go to do barbecues this year, maybe instead of having 12 ribs,
maybe
4.
only have
Go for 4.
Moderation.
And get the salad. Grab the salad.
And more greens.
And don't dump a whole lot of salad dressing on the salad.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy that romaine.
If it is, get a nice vinaigrette.
Go for vinaigrette. See, there's little things we can do to change our health our health and wellness. Because, you know, when you talk about Dr. Dre got the love for you. I got the love for you. Boom, baye. Big shout out to the Foreman family. The world champion.
Yeah, we lost George.
The head griller.
Yes.
George Foreman. Big out to his sons, George, and George.
And Georgina.
And Georgina and the other 7 kids. Because George Foreman became a huge hero of mine. Because at first when Ali fought him in the Rumble in the Jungle, and Ali Boombaya'd him.
Ali Boombaya'd him.
He rope-a-doped him. And Boombaya'd him.
He Boombaya'd him. Okay.
They were going, Ali Boombaya'd. Ali Boombaya'd. So I said, I'm going to take that and I'm going to say, love, Boombaya'd. So I'm going to go out and take these health issues and we're going to give them that love, and Boombaya'd them. So anybody that wants to join and hang out, please contact Lola Shae right here and say, Dr. Dre told me to Boombaya'd. Yes! Boombaya'd.
We will be having Dr. Dre in the garden this year, too. I'm trying to get him out there in the sunshine.
Oh, we getting dirty.
Yep.
We getting dirty.
Get him down there digging in the dirt and stuff. Yes. Get some pineapples or something.
I'm putting on plastic gloves so the fingernails don't get too dirty.
You'll be all right. I got gloves for you, Dre. God.
Do what's necessary.
You've been in my garden before, though.
Absolutely.
Didn't we shoot like an episode of a show in here?
Yes, we did. Took off my shoes, got my toes dirty.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember that. I definitely was pleasant.
Very excited. Big shout out.
Very pleasant.
Big shout out to Dawn and Heath.
Yes.
And to Greg.
Yes.
And of course, my big sister, Barbara, out there in the hospital getting better.
Yes, getting better.
Love you. Gotta get better. Big shout out to my man AJ out there in the place. All I gotta say is, Milton, Andy Johnson. It's time. I gotta bring him.
Is he doing location jokes?
MAJ. No.
Lord have mercy.
MAJ and company. And a big shout out to my son and my daughter.
Yes, big shout out
all
to
the time.
Adamus.
My son, Adamus, which you can check him out. He's got the original concept.
He's a very talented young brother. Yes.
Extremely talented.
Very talented.
We were in the studio all last night, and I got up this morning and went and sat for 8 hours.
It was 8 hours.
At a budget meeting with an apple in my pocket, dying to get the cat's deli.
But you made it. You made it to the budget.
I made it.
That's what matters is you made it. It was a little struggle, but you made it.
No such thing as a struggle.
No?
No, sure? It's a challenge.
A challenge.
Meet the challenge.
Okay. No.
Meet the challenge.
Vocabulary is important.
Do like Superman. When they throw the kryptonite at you, get some leg, get behind it. Because Batman did beat Superman. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
He did because he had some kryptonite.
In his pocket.
Yeah. And he had kryptonite in his pocket.
He had kryptonite in his pocket.
That's why I watched Daredevil.
It wouldn't have worked out for him. Yeah. Okay, so, my goodness. I don't know where to start. I don't really want to do the same.
Have I talked too much today? I have a tendency to do that.
No.
Good, I'm glad you didn't like it.
No. You haven't talked enough. You haven't talked enough, okay? I'm just trying to think alike, because I don't want to ask the same questions. You've been doing interviews. You've been involved in music for, is it safe to say about 40 years, easy? 30?
Plus,
40 plus
I'm
years,
a blessing
correct?
of 61 years.
Right. Jeez,
a blessing
Lord.
of 61 years. And believe me, ladies, I'm still going strong. I believe you.
Tell them out, ladies. You hear that, ladies.
Get the record ready. Drop it.
All right.
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
On the downstroke.
Look.
Everybody get up.
Lord have mercy. Okay, but
I can sing it, can't I, Al? I'm allowed. Thank you, Al.
He said, okay.
Don't let me put the flashlight on you.
Don't put the flashlight on no.
Look, I'm a funky new old school guy. I'm bringing a new thing to you.
Okay, but look.
Making it shake, rattle, and roll.
Now, okay, not only have you been involved with music for 40 years, you were a pioneering, well, actually, y'all were the founding, like, y'all were the first rap thing on MTV, period, right? Because there was like a period where MTV didn't do
No, they did play rap music.
But
they
like
played
in the
groups like the Fat Boys. No, the Fat Boys were huge on
Fat Boys was
MTV.
bad.
Run DMC, huge.
Okay.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, huge
Right.
on MTV.
Okay.
We were blessed because Fat Five Freddy did the show with Peter Doherty, who was the executive producer, and Ted Demme, and they did a show called Yo MTV Raps.
Right.
And I was at the Nassau Coliseum hosting my good friends and my partners, Public Enemy, and introducing them at that show.
Shout out to Chuck.
Shout out to Chuck all the time. And Flavor Flav.
And Flavor
With a clock, always clocking. And don't forget my man Griff. And the
Yeah,
S1,
Professor Griff.
and
I
the
love Professor
S1Ws.
Shoot, I've been following Professor Griff the last couple of years in his endeavors.
He's
Shout
always
out
been
to him.
He's always been Griff. Mm-hmm. And big shout out to the Bomb Squad, the original Bomb Squad and company. And the thing is, it was really strange. I was on the audition tape because the late great Jam Master Jay and Run DMC hosted the original Yo MTV Raps.
Right.
So I'm standing on stage and wearing this Def Jam jacket, black Def Jam jacket, sweating like a bull. And just less than a year later, Peter Doherty calls me and says, Trey, I need you to come up and talk to me. You see the show we're doing called Yo MTV Raps? I said, yeah. We're thinking about doing a daily show. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because it was weekly. It was once a
It was
week.
once a week.
Yeah.
So he asked me what I thought about it. I said, I usually don't think about those type of things. What is a fat black man from Long Island, Newcastle, Westbury, Long Island, doing on MTV? Never gonna happen. I said, I'm over here drooling over downtown Julie Brown. I'm never gonna be on MTV.
Everybody drooled over that time.
It was the accent.
Shout out to you, Richard Ellis. Hello.
The accent got us. We really did.
The accent?
The accent get you. So I go.
Ain't Tara vocals by Jamel Jones.
I go and I do the audition with Ted, and he says, you were great. He grabs the tape and he runs down the hall. I go back and talk to Peter in his office, and Ted calls and says, hey, could you come back down here for a second? So I'm walking down the hallway again, wearing this Def Jam jacket, sweating like a bull at MTV, and this tall, skinny black guy with gold in his hair is sitting there. I said, there it is. I didn't even get the job a day. They found a skinny black guy. I go into Ted's office, and this skinny, tall black guy walks behind me. And Ted goes, hey, I want to introduce you to Ed Lover.
Ah, see, because
I
I was always under the impression that y'all were like buddies and y'all got the show together.
Let me
but
finish telling the story. Okay. It's got to get there. It's like Sanford and Son. You know, you got to start somewhere.
Gotta start somewhere.
So Peter gets us, and we start doing little comedy bits, and we put on these dreadlock wigs, and we go into this whole Jamaican bit. Ted is on the floor crying. The late, great Ted Demme. He grabs the tape and he runs down the hall. I'm like, this dude is always with the tapes. I shake Ed's hand and says, oh, I know who you are. I listen to you on WBAU. Really? My college radio station. Wow, nice meeting you, man. Talk to you soon. Go back down to Peter's office. Peter says, you got the job if you want it. I said, what? You got the job if you want it. I said, I gotta go think about this. But it was Ted Demme who had the forethought to put Ed and I together. Mm-hmm. And from that moment on, the one agreement we made together from the time we started, be ourselves. Don't go on here trying to be somebody else. Don't be like Don Cornelius. Don't be like anyone else. No, nothing against Don Cornelius.
Nah, Don was dope.
Don't be Dick Clarkish.
Yeah.
Just be Dr. Dre and Ed Lover.
Right.
And we did, and we were very lucky. No, I don't say lucky. We were very blessed for the opportunity, and we made the most of it.
I mean, but it didn't stop there, because you guys went on to go into radio. Y'all spent a considerable amount of time in radio, correct?
We've done every radio station in New York.
Right, but you had your own show. Like, I remember the morning show with Ed, Lisa, and Dre. Correct?
Yes, we did. We started the first hip hop morning show at Hot 97, which beat Howard Stern in the ratings.
That's right. Take that, Howard Stern.
We beat Howard Stern. We also were on WBLS for a period of time.
Right.
On the weekends. I was on WHBI, where Magic came from. The legendary great Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic. I was about to say Super Rocker Mr. Magic.
Yes, I did that for a minute. Of course, I love doing BAU with the crew.
That was college radio.
But we were extremely energetic with Mr. Bill, with the Bomb Squad, which was Spectrum City. Got to give a shout out to Butch Cassidy, Chucky D, Keith Shockley, Hank Shockley, and of course the one and only Crazy Man, love him to death, my brother always, MC DJ Flavor. Always. So I've always been doing something. And we did a video show too. But we admired like Ralph McDaniels and their show, because we used to have the only antenna up and shake it because it wasn't next to the cable. So my boy T Money, we went to his house to watch Ralph McDaniel's show. Then we went back to my house because I had cable, and we watched other stuff on cable, on MTV, because that's where we had MTV. But there was no way I ever could imagine that I would have opened up Power 105. I had a #1 show on there called Dr. Dre's After Hours spot. I went to LA and I did the beat in LA with Ed. And I've done radio stations all over the place, especially with my man Al. What's up, Al? I've done that. And radio, I can do in my sleep, as you saw when you woke me up and brought me on the microphone. It's like
I don't know if y'all heard him sleep.
I've always loved doing radio.
I will blame it on nigga
high
writers.
school. When I cleaned up the high school radio station, and I played music during lunchtime. So I've always been attached to it. Television came as a surprise. I never thought I would be on television.
Okay, well, if you didn't think you was gonna be on TV, then explain to us how you wound up naked under your clothes for a movie.
Well, I was naked under my clothes on Hot 97.
On Hot 97.
Because we thought it was a great idea and a great campaign.
It was,
And I
because
said,
I have that picture
I am
somewhere.
a sexy MF, believe it or not. Even Prince told me, Dre, you're a sexy mother. And I said, thank you, Prince. And I just knew it. So we did it so well once, we turned around and did it again. And so the one thing about me is I've always been a big guy, but I've never been shy about being a big guy. And I love who I am. I love the folks that love me, and those who hate me, God, please bring the hate, because it just makes me stronger.
That's all. Sure. And what they gonna hate for anyway? If they,
So-
to know you is to love you, Dre. To know you is to
So to
love
do all
you.
of those things, and to be humble, we wrote a book called Naked Under Our Clothes.
Which I was naked on the cover.
I've done a ton of different movies with so
Save
many
a
different artists.
Frying pan.
Yep, and the beautiful blessing about this is we always try to stay steady with it. We had a huge comedy show we used to do. It was just as big as Def Comedy Jam, but back in those days, nobody was putting shows on TV like that.
Right.
So the blessing is when it comes to you, and you have that big ass piece of chocolate cake, and you know you're a type 2 diabetic, and your A1C is 75, and you shouldn't go anywhere near it.
Okay, now wait.
Just take a fork and have a piece of it and leave the rest alone.
What does A1C mean?
It's about your blood. It has to do with your blood. I'll have you look it up, Google it, then you can give them the proper answer medically.
Will do.
Rather than me just say it,
Right.
you know, off the top of my head.
Right.
Because you have your glucose your glucose monitor, which tells you your sugar count.
Right. High
And
or
then you're
low.
able to see but all that's based on go to your endocrinologist, doctor, men,
Please.
women,
Please.
and some of you children.
So, yes,
young
because
folks.
type 1 diabetes means that it started
Type
when
1
you were a child.
But type 1
Juvenile
you're usually born
diabetes.
with.
Yeah.
And it's not as reversible as type 2. But there are things you can do
Yeah, to make life
to
manageable
make life
for
better.
yourself.
You can G-bomb. And thanks to my good friend Dr. Furman, that's eat a lot greens, beans, onions, mushrooms. Don't just smoke them. You can also eat them. And berries.
Smoke mushrooms.
Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries.
His berries
You
are
can
great.
berry. And then seeds. Hemp seeds, cheese seeds, flax seeds. And if you put a little bit in your diet, boom, you're good.
Okay, because chia seeds have estrogen in them for my perimenopausal and menopausal people.
Yes, they do,
hormonal replacements.
Yes, they do, honey.
What was the other one? You said, the
Chia
berries
seeds,
are good.
flax seeds,
Flax seeds
hemp
is
seeds.
good.
Y'all know what hemp seeds are.
Hemp seed is
Hemp
the
seed is good for
psychoactive seed from the marijuana plant, basically. Right.
But there's so much stuff out there. And the late, great Dick Gregory was a great friend of mine. Remember when we used to all get the Dick Gregory shake?
Yep.
The Bahamian shake?
Yep.
Dick tried to get me skinny on that. He said, I'm going to fly you down to the Bahamas. Dre, in 6 weeks, you'll be skinny. I was scared crapless.
You was going to be skinny in 6 weeks for real.
He said in 6 weeks,
starve you out.
you're going to walk in front of a mirror and you're not going to know who you are. You're going to run away.
So Tara Vocals by Jamel Jones is a very active supporter of the show, and I'm assuming this is in response to my question about the A1Cs, but she says 3 months of your glucose number And then what was the one before that, Al? Yeah, the one before that was.
I want you to give the medical definition rather than me.
What you
say
take
exactly what it is.
to bring your cycle back. I'm probably total. Oh, subject just got here. Oh, child. That's Morgan Flower Child Jones. Oh, that's way off topic. But I will text you. I got some stuff.
Uh-oh.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Big shout out to Bernadette.
Shout out to Bernadette Floyd. Okay. I love you. All right. That's my people's down. Shout out to everybody who tunes in every week. I appreciate you guys so much. As usual, the call-in number 347-708-0216. I'm just happy I finally got you here.
Really? I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for accompanying me and hanging out and enjoying that long conversation.
No, I liked it. I liked it. I can see myself up there asking for some money soon.
When
Come.
When they called me out and they said, Dr. Dre, you can go first. I was like, no, I'm with the panel. They said, no, Dr. Dre, you go first. I'm like, why do y'all always make me go first? Why can't
you did good, and you made the people laugh. They had to tell them to do the jazz hands, no laughing. Jazz hands, no laughing in City Hall.
I had to make them laugh because
you can't make all that noise.
Through laughter, fun, and joy, you can heal anything.
That's a fact.
Because I'm a believer in the Creator, the Spirit above, and I'm not going to. So people, we've lost a lot of great folks out there, entertainers, hip hop artists, movie stars, and when I hear the word diabetes and I cringe, my phone goes off. Yeah, Dre, you okay? I said, I'm okay. But the thing is, no matter what we want to say, you didn't know when you were getting here. And unfortunately, some of us don't know when we're going. But I have such great love for the Creator, for this woman, and Al. I ain't going nowhere. Not yet. I'll probably get a note. You know, like, no, when you're doing something and you get a note and you read it, get ready, it's about your time. What? This is no stuff for me. This is for somebody else.
Don't give it to me. I don't want it. I'll tell you that right now. Don't give it to me.
This note says Donald on it. I got nothing to do with that.
Just don't give it to me. I don't want the note neither. I'll tell you right now.
Honestly,
I don't want the note.
When the Creator calls, I'm ready to go. You know why? Because when he put me here, I shouldn't say he, the Spirit, and in my prayer that I do every day, I say, I want to thank you, Lord, for giving me life and healing my body, because I only trust you.
That's the only person you can trust.
Well, it's not person's spirit. It's just...
You can trust. Okay, I feel like that's the only thing that hasn't let me down so far ever in life.
Well,
I can't say the same thing. Well, actually, I can say the same thing about Vonnie Jones and Ebony Justice. But I can't say the same thing about a whole lot of people on this planet as far as the letting me down thing. So,
okay.
Yeah. But God sent me Vonnie Jones and Ebony.
Big love to Angie Stone.
Yes, rest in peace.
Big love to Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack.
Roy Ayers.
Roy Ayers
passed away.
George Foreman.
I told you, big up to the heavyweight champion.
Big up to him.
Twice. See, that. He also drove me because I watched his special on Netflix, and the thing is, he was one of the youngest heavyweight champions to win Olympic gold.
In boxing.
Man,
that man hit hard though. I saw a fight of his, and when he hit the man, the man
he bounced.
Rippled.
That was Joe Frazier.
It was a ripple.
How it goes, so down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
It looked like it hurt. It just looked like,
And they warned Muhammad Ali.
Don't let him hit you.
He's gonna kill you.
Get out the way.
And Ali
you better
said,
get the, what was that?
Ali said,
whatever he was doing.
Ali said, boom, yeah, I got
like a bee, stay out the way.
I got something for that.
Yeah, because he gonna knock you clean out. That was a strong man.
And what does that tell you? That the power inside of you, the blessings the Creator gives us. And for those that believe in Jesus, Allah, or whoever you call,
same person
that you pray to, can make change in your life. That's the only constant in the universe is change.
I just recorded a Ray Ayers record with Tracy Morgan.
Oh, really?
Tara! I want to hear it. I'm going to play the video when you get it. Oh, yeah? Dope. Very, very nice. Tara is a vocal coach, a very talented singer. She makes our Voice to Life tea that we have here. Always got to put that out there. Very, 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 very.
You got Voice to Life tea? I got nothing? All right, folks. I appreciate it. I'm not coming back until I get some Voice to Life tea.
We're going to have to give him some Voice to Life tea. See this, Tara? See what you did?
I'm
You
joking.
got me in
I'm
trouble.
joking.
Anyway, rest in peace to everybody, Vonnie Jones says. Yeah, please, hopefully, they get the rest in peace. Okay, so, as you can probably tell, it's 8 o'clock already, you guys. I mean, I'm really debating.
Did we talk that much?
We did. It says, she said she'll get you a pouch at ASAP. Tara, vocal box your mouth.
Thank you.
Hey, that's what I said. But yeah, I don't know. This had to be the fastest hour. I mean, we've had some fast hours, but this one, it's 8:02, people. So I'm gonna.
Since I met you, I've begun to feel so strange.
Every time I speak your name.
Ow!
That's funny.
It's a good show.
Okay, anyway. All right. Yes, gotta like it. Like to hear it. Here you go. Okay. Last but not least, these. I got my favorite goodbye song. I want to say goodbye to everybody. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. I want to say thank you to Dre, especially for being my very, very special guest. And no, this is not the last time he's coming up here. We're gonna make him a regular contributor.
Oh my goodness.
Like a correspondent. Check in with him on the line. Have him up on the thing. Yeah, like that. So we're gonna work that out. And yeah, again, lots of events going on in the garden, in person. Gonna be out and about outside these next couple of weeks. So, and yes, I'll be there for the birthday party. Somebody's got a birthday coming up. Actually,
why am I always
somebody's birthday. No, that's not till next month. Anyway, we'll get it together. But I got a birthday party coming up, and I'm going. So, in case y'all was wondering.
I said, how come I was the last one? No. Big shout out to St. John's, even though you lost. Big shout out. That means next year.
Basketball?
Excuse me?
The Red Storm lost?
Red Storm lost.
They was looking forward to that.
It happens.
Yeah.
But they were sportsmen about it.
That was good.
Patino kicked a chair through a basketball.
Oh, you call that sports?
Pulled the water fountain off the wall.
They were sportsmen like though. Oh.
And he was like, I'm not angry, I'm okay.
He's not angry. He just snatched the water fountain off the wall. That's all.
I'm kidding, Mr. Patino.
Not angry.
Y'all did a great job. Big shout out to St. John's.
St. John's is an awesome school, so I love them.
Big up the Knicks. Stop losing. Thank you.
Good night to you, Vonnie Jones. Good night to everybody in the chat. Good night to everybody on IG, Roku, YouTube, Amazon Live, Apple TV, all our streaming platforms. I appreciate you guys for tuning in each and every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. ish. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Once again, this is the Lola Shae Show. I am Lola Shae, and this is IAXISRADIO.com, where there's no limit to what we do. Now, before we cut out of here, I got to play my goodbye, happy song. And then I'll see you guys next week. Okay, that's even better.
In a word or two, what you I wanna do. No, not your body, your mind, your fool. Come here, baby. Yeah. You sexy motherfucker. We're all alone in a villa on the Riviera. Got some friends on the south side in case you care. Out of all of your friends, I wanna be the closest. That's why I tell you things so you'll be the mostest when it comes to life. To be this man's wife, you got to be well educated on the subject of fights. I mean the prevention of. In other words, it's REM, meaning of this thing called love. Are you up on this? If so, then you can get up off a hug and a kiss. Come here, baby. Yeah. You sexy motherfucker.
It's sad to think we're not gonna make it. And it's gotten to the point thinking. Ooh, for some ungodly reason, just won't let it die. No, I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye.
What I'm gonna do without you. And I guess you must be wondering the same thing too. Ooh, so we go on together, living a life. 'Cause neither one of us wanna be the first to say goodbye.
Every time I find the nerve, every time I find the nerve to say I'm leaving.
Oh, memories, those old memories, they get in my way.
Oh, Lord knows it's only me. Oh, He knows it's only me that I'm deceiving. When it comes to saying goodbye, that's a simple word that I just cannot say.
There's no possible way this can have a happy ending. I don't see it, baby. No, no, no. So we just go on, go on hurting and pretending.
And convincing ourselves to give it just one more try.
Because neither one of us wants to be the first to say.
Neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Oh, neither one of us wants to be the first to say
farewell, my love, goodbye. Oh.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for the Lola Shae Show.